The days are shorter now, and the sun feels like it's in a hurry to set. It can leave you with a strange sensation, like being rushed into the dark before you've finished saying everything you wanted to. The time moves faster, but each moment feels more still. There's less space to change plans or turn things around if you're not on the right path. The energy has shifted once again with the seasons, and finding a rhythm within becomes essential. In this video, I want to share my progress navigating the days as they get darker, with my secret to finding the stillness needed for focus. I find that movement isn't optional anymore. It's necessary. Whether it's walking through the cold with an extra layer, working in the garden, or simply cleaning the house, these moments of physical activity do more than recharge me. They ground and center me.
That's this year's? I thought it was a different. It's 19. Wait, the map just steal it.
With shorter days, I can easily find myself restless at the end of them. My body no longer soaks up the sun for hours or wanders through a schedule with a spontaneous attitude. I have to more actively get in tune with my physical self, the present moment, and put some order to my thoughts. Sometimes that means switching tasks and attempting something new, like making bread. Other days, it's stirring up the willpower to walk through the chill with cloudy skies.
Yeah.
Whatever the activity, it helps clear the restlessness and create a sense of focus that I can carry with me into the studio. Painting is coming along slowly. I'm working on one piece at a time when I have a day to be at it. I'm enjoying the colors starting to come to life because I'm playing off of the reference a little bit, and I love how bright and fun it is.
Trying, only crying a time or two, telling myself somehow we will make it through. I believe you and me, we're gonna be fine. You've been saying maybe we should just be friends. All this hope like knots of rope has made a mess in between everything that we had. We realized it wasn't all that bad. It's hard to believe that we're coming undone. Getting over our fears while we're under the gun.
Did Joe say hi?
I need a bag.
my way.
Painting has always been my version of problem solving. I start with a framework and build on top by sorting through unknowns, resolving colors, shapes, patterns into something whole. But I can't approach that process if my mind is unsettled. For me, I have to be ready to fully engage with the now, not hung up on other issues or with an itch to move around. When I make an effort to move, get outside, or care for other responsibilities, my thoughts have the space to sort themselves out. Sometimes they just go quiet in the face of what is real and happening right in front of me. Then when I return to the stillness of painting, I am ready to focus. Even if I can only give 2 hours to painting in the dim light of a lamp, that time feels intentional and steady. There's a kind of contentment in those moments, a sense of efficiency with the brush. If I fought to be at the easel constantly, battling my wiggles, the day would feel stolen from me when it's over. My painting process is still and quiet, but it asks for clarity. For me, that clarity comes from finding a rhythm in my day, a balance between the chaos of movement and the calm of creation. Lately, I've been working on a larger piece. It's one of those paintings that unfolds slowly, with each layer asking for more attention than the last. I know it won't be finished today, or this month even, but there's something satisfying about showing up for it anyway. I feel like I've plunged myself into a cold bath with this one. There's an odd comfort in the way progress happens during these darker days. Like time has less to give, but what's done with it matters more. The painting process mirrors that. It's not about rushing to the finish line for me, but finding small ways to stay engaged, to move forward one decision at a time. I don't need the work to feel perfect. I just need it to be real and honest. And like life, the things that last will grow slowly.
I'm separating some laundry. I have a day off from helping Yvonne clean up the leaves. So, yeah, I need to get some things done. And let my muscles recuperate because I've been working hard. It's looking pretty frosty outside. Cleaning up a few things. I think I need to order a couple new paintbrushes. And I should probably set up a new palette. My sponge is starting to smell nasty, but I don't know if I want to replace it yet, or in like a week or two when I'll be in here working full time again. I might go back to using disposable palettes again this winter. We'll see, and it kind of depends on what I'm painting and how I'm painting in the next few months.
This season continues to teach me about rhythm, how to match my pace with the world rather than forcing it to meet mine. Short days may ask for a kind of efficiency, but that also requires the self-compassion to let go of excessive to-do lists and abstract goals that you linger on. I appreciate the contrast between movement and stillness. When only your wrist bends, but your eyes dart around a project, understanding your place in it. When your heart races at the end of a walk, but your head is the quietest it has been all day. It's in those split moments that I find the energy to paint, even when it feels harder to begin. This year I've realized that it's not just about how much I do, or even what I do, but how present I feel while doing things, in and out of the studio, sinking into myself, lowering my shoulders, observing more. And as the year comes closer to its end, I'm finding those small ways to stay connected to the present, to my work, to the season, and to myself.
I wrote down 3 areas I wanted to work on this morning, and I did them. This little section, part of that cloth, and this. I got the first layer of color on there just so it's not blank. I've pretty much worn out this brush. It looks fine, but it's kind of split at the top, so I can't get like very clean lines. It's holding paint inside the bristles. So I had to order another brush, and I kind of splurged a little on new paints. Same paintbrush that I always use. I only have one Winsor & Newton Professional acrylic, and I do like their cheaper Galleria line. They have more colors in this professional line than I think Utrecht has, so ordered a couple different colors that I needed anyways to kind of test them out, and if I like it, I might switch brands in the future. We'll see. But in the meantime, I have other, fun stuff on my mind. I just started working on a list of winter projects that Yvonne and I have to get done. So I'm organizing that. I'm gonna work on a painting inventory list with sizes and things. I'm off for a walk right now. I grab my coat. It looks like I have a package. This is for my bread making journey. But I eat gluten-free currently, and so I needed this for making my bread a little bit more chewy, like real bread. Seems like a good size. Oh, that's it. I'm back. I had to go to my doctor slash chiropractor and do an appointment, pick up some stuff. Found out I have allergies. That would explain a few things. Just didn't know. Otherwise, I'm good. Picked up some more meats to cook. It's getting cold though, and my hands are freezing all the time. Doesn't matter how warm I dress. I don't know what else to do. Like, I could set up a space heater, but I'm moving around all day and I don't know. Does anyone have tips for having warmer hands and feet? Who knows? It is Maria from November 21st. I think in the past, during the winter, I've kind of slacked on taking care of myself. For a while, it kind of worked, but I've passed the young age of 25, and now I've realized I need to take a little bit better care of myself, or it does show up later, which I noticed this year. So I wrote down 5 more specific tips that I'm going to be doing this fall, winter, it's very wintry today, to improve on that. I kind of talked about this in the video, but more in a general sense. So tip 1 is to nourish. I'm gonna make sure I eat every meal, especially eating something right away in the morning when I wake up. It can be easy for me to kind of skip over feeding myself properly. I just want to get to work, or I wait too long to eat until later. It doesn't go well. This also includes having electrolytes every day. You don't have to just be physically active, sweating, or in the heat to need electrolytes, especially if you've been stressed out in any form, even mentally. Your body needs some energy, so I drink water with a lot of potassium and obviously some magnesium, sodium, all that jazz mixed in there. It also has like trace minerals, and it's been very helpful for me. So I want to continue that this winter. Maybe even find a new like warm drink version of that I could do. Hot chocolate with minerals in it. I don't know. Let's get creative. Number 2, my second tip, is to get up when the sun does, or as soon as you wake up, get out of bed. I have a tendency to wake up very early, 5 a.m. or earlier, but then I lay there for an hour and a half or something, and it's not good. By the time I get up, I've already gone through that portion of the day where your brain is ready to go. So getting up earlier, using those first few hours where the head is clear, I have some energy, and then later when that slump hits in the afternoon, I'm not as concerned or feeling weird guilt about it because I did my stuff, you know? And then when I do have lower energy throughout the day, instead of resorting to my bed, I think I will try and do something more physical, like go, I don't know, sweep the floors for 2 minutes, or try and get myself out for a walk. I like to do a daily walk lately, like 20 minutes-ish. If I do miss it, I can tell I get sort of irritable. Tip number 3, do not fight the early itch to get to bed though. So I said I'm going to be waking up, getting up earlier, trying to stay more active. But towards the end of the day, when it's 6 p.m. and I literally don't want to do anything, I have no problem with getting into bed to relax. It's winter. The whole point is rest. That's also something I need to keep in mind. Not trying to fight myself to get in 2 more hours of editing or computer work or something. Oh, but along with that, when I spend that time in bed, I'd like to add in a quiet hobby that's not just scrolling. I'm not going to try and get rid of scrolling. That's not the point of this list. I'm not trying to become some perfect being. But I want to add in something. And that can literally be watching a movie versus watching 50 bazillion 10-second videos. Or, reading more, maybe pick up like a small craft I can do in bed. I haven't done embroidery in a long time. That could be kind of fun. Adding to that wind down time, not everybody has the pleasure of spending a couple of hours in bed before they go to sleep. So take that with a grain of salt. But don't go hard on yourself at the end of the day. If the house is not perfect, if things were not completely finished, let it go. Tip number 4, dress properly. I was born in Wisconsin. I should know this. It seems obvious. Make sure you're warm when you go outside, or when you're inside for that matter, but I have an issue with it. Even if I'm just going to the grocery store or something and I think, oh, I'll be in the car, I'll be indoors. And then in those moments in between buildings, I'm cold, and I associate that with being outside in winter sucks, and then I don't want to go on my walk later, blah, 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 blah. So making sure that I always have enough layers, or even a new jacket or something that I'm excited to wear is great, because I would like to spend more time outside even when it's cold. As a kid, as a teenager, I went for long walks in the snow, and I think it's something I need to bring back for health purposes and keep the energy rolling in the winter. Tip number 5, set up a few new parts of your weekly routine. Like, shift things around. If the season changes, make an effort to switch things up so that you have something new to look forward to and you're taking advantage of the cooler months. During the summer, I do not go to places to be indoors. I'm usually outdoors. So in the winter, hopefully I can do the opposite and make a plan to go indoor bouldering once a week or go ice skating, and have it be something sort of predictable and in my routine, not just a fun activity I did once in the period of 4 months. It could be that you go to a coffee shop you like once a week, you bring a certain journal you have a routine that involves getting out of the house. It can be indoors, outdoors, but it's just different from the rest of the year. It has some intentionality, it comes on a certain day. So yeah, that would be my 5 more specific tips for myself, mostly, to do this winter that I haven't done in the past. And I think it would be good for me mentally, physically, energy-wise, all things. I've noticed that my schedule just naturally becomes more focused into studio painting Maria time in the winter. And if I haven't planned to broaden that or bring in the proper resources for all of that effort, it just falls flat, and I end up moving back into spring with nothing to give. And the work that happens during the winter isn't even very connected to the present. It's not super engaging. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, but I'm slogging to get it done. Slogging a word. So yeah, those are goals for myself. If you'd like to join me in trying any of them, you are completely welcome. As you can see, the snow is here, so effort is going into full swing now. This is not one of those videos or concepts where someone is trying to reestablish their entire identity in the next 6 months. Like, I'm not trying to become girl boss. I just want to come out the other side healthy and feeling like I have energy every day despite the dark. I want to wake up and feel ready to go, not just hiding in my blankets. That's the whole point of this. You guys should see this. It's really snowing out there. But I am cozy inside, enjoying these nice lights. It's still a very empty living room. We need to get dining table situated, and we're still looking for a new large couch to replace these 2 pieces. They're not super comfortable. Thank you very much for watching and for putting up with my lack of videos the second half of the year. Things were not easy for a time period, and I'm still trying to come back as a more content self. It's just taking time. Okay, now I gotta live out my advice. Get some movement in. Just go edit things.